number of places. There you see, oh no, we've got contact, hard contact, two cars into the wall very hard, and that is Vitor Meira. Made it through the fire, but did not make it through this, as he is hard into the wall, along with one other car at the top of the screen. And it is Rafael Matos, we are being told, the number 2 Lusso Dragon car, and yes, it is.
Fuel is no longer an issue.
You're okay.
No, absolutely right. And that was a very hard hit for Vitor Meira. The Delphi safety crew is there so quickly. They know exactly the history of all the drivers here that are in the race cars this weekend, and they get to the car that has the most damage first, which was Vitor Meira. And in this situation here with Rafael Matos, he ended up putting himself in harm's way because, remember, he refueled, came in there just before we went to green, was hoping to use that strategy to get to the end. We don't know why these two got together, if indeed that was the case, but let's look at the replay here to have a look to see what happened. Down the front stretch, turn 1, Matos probably trying to get around the outside of him, and they just both touch. Oh, that's a huge hit, Eddie.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. In fact, this is what happens at the end of the race. I have never seen a car like Vitor Meira's do that, and he is incredibly lucky that it's not the other way.
And right now, he is going along looking and saying, I can't believe this. What's going to happen next? Because you're going backwards, and you don't know what's happening. Now, Rafael Matos is on your high side. He thinks he's going to try and go around the outside, but realistically, Eddie, he had nowhere to go. He had not been up beside Vitor Meira. Vitor is just running the correct line going into the turn. That was a pass that, with a bit more of experience with Rafael, he probably would have done that differently next time around.
And he definitely would not do that in practice. That was just too risky.
All right, then, as you can see, the Delphi safety crew taking their time to make sure everything is A-OK with both of these drivers, as we are under our 8th caution here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we'll await word to make sure that both drivers are okay. And you can see the gap. That is the South Chute, as it is called here. And we'll wait to find out the condition as the team working very diligently to get Vitor Meira out of the car. We are going to take a break. Stay with us. We'll get an update as soon as we can. Back here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, our 8th caution with 24 laps remaining. You saw on side-by-side that Rafael Matos was able to climb from his car. And right now that we can tell you that Vitor Meira is out of the car. The Delphi safety crew has him on the stretcher. We have no other information than that, and we will wait to get word. And there again is the view that we showed you on side-by-side. Rafael safely out of the car, obviously a bit woozy, and the safety crew gets him to the ambulance. So we'll get reports from the medical center as soon as we come back after this message from our ABC stations. Here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, under our 8th caution, you see what is left of Vitor Meira's Dallara chassis. And as we take another look at what happened, we can tell you we have word that Vitor was alert but complaining of pain. We don't know exactly where, and this was wicked.
It's really difficult to ever pass somebody in turn 1 on the outside, but at the end of the race when there's marbles up high, it's almost impossible. But I think they just miscued because Matos moved down actually.
Now, in situations like this, all these race cars have black boxes on them, just like aircraft do. So everybody will have an opportunity to look at this information. There's ear accelerometers inside the driver's helmet. Now watch these two cars come together. Just a vicious impact. But all that information in the black box has already been downloaded into the medical center here. So the doctors in there, Dr. Trammell, Dr. Scheid, will know exactly the impact level on this crash.
What you've got to explain here is that these cars are made out of some very exotic materials, and all of that energy gets absorbed in that front nose box. And that front nose box, although it looks destroyed, it has absorbed so much of the impact, as has the wall.
And the safer barrier has some repair work needed to be done, and it's going to take a few minutes of that. So we